You might think I'm an impotent prisoner, handcuffed and shackled, locked in an 8x7 cell each night and day, but I am filled with a strength that reaches way beyond these bars, sir. I can touch anyone I want to, just as easily as dialing the telephone.
Hey, knock knock, who's there? The mailman. No, seriously, this isn't a joke. The mailman's out there. Let's see what he brought us. Ooh, the mailman brought us this nice brown box. Now, anyone who's watched any of my reviews knows that I am a huge fan of the Gangsters Kingdom line from Damn Toys. Yes, co-starring Bane. Oh yes, Mr. Wayne, I have Damn Toys figures here. Anyway, yeah, I'm a big fan of these things, and I have a whole bunch of them, and now I have one more. So, straight from Hong Kong, we have the Geeks 01. That's right, a Geeks 01. You always have to protect your Geeks from rain, crying little faces, broken glasses, and the Hellraiser box. Yeah, I don't know about that. But anyways, made in China, direct from China, and here it is. It's just the box, so I say we open this box and see what's inside, shall we? Today's review will be on the following, but first we have to climb through this fence to get through it, so let's climb up the fence. Oh, it's Saxon! That's right, not John Saxon from the Bruce Lee movies or Mark and Mindy, but Saxon nonetheless, played by Ed Harris. Now, I really like Ed Harris in all the movies I've seen him in. I probably haven't seen every movie he's ever been in, so he may have made some stinkers, I don't know. But every movie that I've seen him in, I like him. He always brings like an air of class to the movies, and I really like that. Every time he's in it, you know, you believe everything he's ever done. So he's a very good actor indeed. So there you go. There's Gangsters Kingdom logo, Damn Toys, blah, blah, blah. There's the picture, and they say this one's called A Side Story. I see an S in his ear. I don't see two S's, but there is a one S, so right there in his ear, the S. Anyway, there's his head looking very cool, and on the side over here, you will notice there's a little hourglass, which I believe is one of his tattoos. So there you go. And as you can see, it's still sealed in plastic, never opened. So if I open this thing up and he's got like cross eyes or missing a piece or something, hey, I didn't know that was going to happen. So I say, well, look at the back of the package. I bet you thought I said I was going to open it or something. Anyway, here's the back of the package, and there's a picture of Saxon looking very cool indeed. He's like, hey, you want to let me out of this box? And I'm thinking, oh, I don't know if I should. You are a prisoner after all. And then there, it's got the little sticker, says Exhibition Damn Toys. This is from the China, expo show. I don't remember what it was. I think it's kind of weird that it looks like those are stickers there over that, even the number and stuff like that. So that's kind of strange that they actually put little stickers on there, because none of the others came with stickers. It was just printed on the box. So that's kind of strange. But anyway, there's the back of the box looking very cool, and I can't wait to open it. So I say we open it! Freshly removed from his plastic what do you want to call this? This cocoon? I don't know. But it's removed, and here's the box looking exactly the same but less shiny. So I say we pull the flap off. What do you say? Now, this is one of the new Gangsters Kingdom boxes with the little magnets that hold on both sides of the flaps onto the box. So you basically pull the lid off, and you've got this fold-out thing here, and when you flip it around, you get this really awesome-looking prison scene. Yeah, that looks very cool indeed. A lot of people in their reviews have it upside down in the thing, but this is the floor here, so see, we're walking. A lot of people have it flipped over to where it looks like those up there are like troughs or something. I'm like, okay, well, what the heck? Or it makes it look like he's really tall because his head's like touching the ceiling. But that's the way it's supposed to go, and that looks very awesome indeed to stand behind your figure. Now, let's look at the package itself. Over here, you will find, there's the hourglass thing again, yet again, it's his tattoo on one of his arms, I believe. Now, I don't know everything about it. We're going to have to find that out in a minute. Now, there's the picture again, and then here's the little blurb all about him, and it talks all about him with the broken English yet again, I'm sure. There's little words always in there that are like, you go, what? What does that mean? But anyway, there's the little blurb if you want to read it. Now, I say we remove this flap so I can see the figure. You can always tell when I really want to get to the figure. My intros will be really short, so let's remove the flap, shall we? So, removing the flap, you will find a comic book. Awesome! That is awesome. I love it. There's the comic there, and then there's his head poking out, looking a little bit like Kilroy right now. That's pretty cool indeed. So, let's slide him out of his little carbonite shell there. Now, before we remove the foam, you will see here's the figure hiding there. Oh, that looks so amazing. Now, this figure, as Gangsters Kingdom figures goes, is kind of basic, but I think they kept it basic since it was like a convention exclusive or whatever. Kind of like the way they did the, what was it, I can't even remember, the one based on Spartacus, the Andy Whitfield head. You know, basically, it wasn't a basic figure, but the head was all you really needed to make the figure. You didn't need the military stuff like that. So, yeah, the military side of it was very complex, but the figure itself was just, you know, his head. I don't even think that one came with, these kind of hands. I think it came with basically gloved hands or something. I don't know. But anyway, there he is looking very cool. Now, when you remove this part of the foam here, you will find underneath some very awesome looking metal handcuffs. And then down here you've got some leg shackles that are also metal. And then he's also got 3 extra hands, complete with tattoos, which is very awesome indeed. Now, do I wish it came with more stuff? Yeah, but, you know, honestly, what else could a prisoner need, I guess, you know? People have suggested, like, a cigarette and stuff like that, but that's easy to, you know, put in there. You can always get a cigarette, a 1/6 scale cigarette to put with him. But, yeah, I mean, I don't know what else he needed. Maybe a bars kind of background, but the paper background kind of works for that. But there he is right there. Now I say we thaw him out of his carbonite. What do you say? Now here's the figure stood straight up and fresh out of the package, and I have to say, right off the bat, this figure is super stiff, and man, he is not loose at all. He is in great shape. I mean, every joint seems really tight on this figure. He looks amazing. Oh my goodness. Now the base isn't included. It's the roadblock base, as always, and there's his boots looking very awesome. Now, seriously, I can't believe how tight this figure is. I really expected, like, his legs to be a little floppy or something, you know. I don't know. I mean, I really love these damn toys' bodies, but I don't know. I just didn't expect it to be this tight. This is awesome. He looks so good. We'll look at his face up close here in a second. Then there's his little numbers there, and then there's his jumpsuit. Now, as you can see, I hope it's coming through on the camera, you can see that his jumpsuit is weathered and stuff like that, so it doesn't look like a brand new bright orange jumpsuit. It's all, like, kind of faded there in the creases and stuff, and it looks so good. And, yeah, this just looks amazing. I haven't pulled up his sleeves yet to see his tattoos, but we will in a minute, so let's look at him from behind, shall we? So here's the figure from behind, and as you can see, the back of his jumpsuit is just as weathered. That looks so good. I'm actually kind of happy they didn't, like, weather his white t-shirt underneath there with, you know, like, dirty elbows or whatever. That would have looked cool, but I'm glad they kind of kept it clean. But yeah, I love that they weathered the jumpsuit. It looks so good. Now, I was just watching Shocker the other day, a horror movie, and Horace Pinker wears an orange jumpsuit like this. Kind of looks like this, too. But, yeah, it's just funny. This is the second thing I've seen in so many hours that have an orange jumpsuit in it. Now, Gangsters Kingdom likes to base their figures on actors, obviously, or sports people and stuff like that. And obviously, this one is based on Ed Harris, which looks just like him. That is so cool. I love it. Now, nobody's mentioned this in a review yet. I haven't noticed, but Ed Harris actually wears a jumpsuit like this in the movie Just Cause, where he's, like, being interrogated by Sean Connery. Now, it can't be a coincidence. I don't know, because he's got the white t-shirt underneath there and everything. I mean, it looks like it to me. But he has more hair in that movie. He's got, like, blonde hair that's kind of, like, poofy on top, but it's still kind of short. But, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just saw the connection there, and I thought that was really cool. So, I don't know, if you want to see what he might be like in prison, watch Just Cause and you'll see. But anyway, I say we look at his face up close first. What do you say? So here we go with a super duper close-up, and as you can see, there's some of that weathering I told you about. That looks awesome. And if you look up here, his little pull tab thing is a little weathered too. I don't know if you can make that out, but that looks pretty cool indeed. And then if you pan up, you will see his numbers. Now, a lot of people have complained that the little, iron-ons there are starting to come off. Well, mine's no different. As you can see, the little one, a couple of the letters are a little rough around the edges. But I don't know, maybe if you steam that again, maybe it'll keep them on. I don't know. But that doesn't really bother me because it's a prison jumpsuit. Of course it's going to look like crap. But anyway, there's his shirt looking very cool indeed. I still have the plastic thing around his neck. I haven't removed that yet because I haven't taken his head off. I don't want to take his head off yet. Kurgan's not in here. He's not going to chop his head off. But anyway, there's his lips. He's going, hey, I look a little like Ed Harris, don't I? I'm like, yep, you sure do. There's his eyes looking very cool. Let's get this in focus. I don't know how well you can see the paint around his eyes and the fact that his eyebrows are all like almost not even there. He's got like a little tiny bit of paint around there. And then a little bit of shading. There's his head. There's his hair over here. Let's see if we can turn this a little bit so you can make out some of the details. Here's his ear. There's his hair. You can see how it fades from the white, the grayish white to dark gray. And then there's his face. You can see the speckling. That looks very awesome. Now, let's see if we can see his eyes up close here. Let's look at him. Now, this is always the hard part because their eyes are so recessed into their heads. It's really hard to see them, but as you can see, he's got some very cool looking eyes there. I don't know how well you'll be able to see that. I know it's like glaring off of the thing that I'm recording off of, so I don't know how well you'll be able to make them out, but there's his eyes. They look blue. I could be wrong. I may look back on this video and go, they weren't blue, they were purple. But, yeah, that looks very cool indeed. Look at that. Just look at the way the light reflects in his eyes, if you can tell at all. I'm sorry it's so dark and it's hard to tell, but very cool indeed. Now, another thing we should look at up close are his tattoos. Now, underneath on his right forearm here, it says courage and luck. And then there's a big revolver gun there. And then, 4 bullets. So who knows who he wants to kill with those 4 bullets, or who he already killed with the 2 he already shot. Who knows? But there's on this arm, and then on his left arm over here, you will find, it says, beginning and end. And then there's that hourglass that you saw in the box. So that looks awesome. But that's not all of his tattoos. He also has, on his right hand, right on his trigger finger, you will notice that there's like a dagger. Now, I think that's a king symbol. I don't know. I think that's a king symbol from like a chess set or whatever. I don't know why. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Maybe I'm an idiot. But it looks like a dagger. Could be a cross. Could be both. I think it's a king symbol because I think he wants to pull the trigger on the king. And then over here, if you look at his left hand, there's another symbol. Now, a lot of people say that looks like a queen in a chess game. Now, the middle finger is what he's pointing up on his other hand, and it has that symbol. So I think he's saying, F the queen and kill the king. Now, I could be wrong. Who knows? Maybe it's just a dagger of justice, or maybe he's just into knives. Who knows? But anyway, there's his tattoos looking very cool indeed. Oh, and it's also worth noting that as I pulled him out of the package, I noticed that for prison shoes, they gave him Christian Louboutin shoes. Yeah, that's awesome. Red bottoms. Anyway, that's pretty cool. So there's my sort of review of the Saxon Gangsters Kingdom Damn Toys figure, which looks awesome. Now this makes my 7th official Gangsters Kingdom figure, and 8 if you count the unofficial Andy Whitfield, one that I threw into the Gangsters Kingdom line. Because that's what everybody does if you're a fan of the line. Of course, you want as many of the figures as you can get. Now, one of the drawbacks to this figure is that it doesn't include a card. Now, I wish it had a playing card to go with it, but, I understand. They're basically calling this a side story figure, and I don't know what that means, but they could have called it a Joker, which would have worked a lot better, and then, they would have had 2 Jokers in the deck, and then the other 52 cards or whatever. Is there 52 after the Joker? I don't know. Maybe, is that 54 or 52? I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, there's 52 cards, and they could have called this a Joker and junk like that, and then came out with another Joker later on, but no, it's just side story figure, they say, so I don't know what that means. Are there many side stories in poker cards? I don't know. But anyway, there's this figure looking very awesome, and here I was happy because I'm finally catching up on the line, and then guess what? Guess what, man? Now, freaking Spade 7, I think it is available and stuff like that, and then I'm also needing that Spade J with the black trench coat and the hat and stuff like that. Oh my gosh, now I'm 2 behind already, and Ada still hasn't even come out, so Spade 6 isn't out yet. Oh goodness. Oh man, I swear. Oh no, it's Spade 5. Spade 7 was just announced. Holy crap. Man, this is taking forever. What is it? What? Are they trying to, bombard us or what? You don't have to put out all 52 now, damn toys. I wish you did, though, because I'd like to see them all. But anyway, now that's before I close this. Let's talk about something, shall we? Now, obviously, this is based on Ed Harris. Obviously, they've made one on Vinnie Jones and Jason Statham and Colin Farrell. And then we got Jude Law coming up and Keira Knightley and blah, 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 blah. Now Clive Owen. holy crap, and then Andy Whitfield and Danny Trejo and everybody. So let's see, who do we want them to make? I would like them to make a Rutger Hauer from his Hitcher years. Oh my goodness, that would be our Blade Runner. Who cares? But that would be awesome. Who else? I mean, obvious ones would be like Jean-Claude Van Damme and Steven Seagal and stuff like that. And you have to wonder, are they going to stick with American actors for the Americans and junk like that, whatever suit they get? Are they going to stick with, black guys and stuff like that for whatever group they do? Because, man, there are so many cool actors out there that they could use. Oh my goodness, I really hope they get to it. And I was thinking, what if Elvis was one of the kings? There are 4 kings. That would be cute. But anyway, I don't know. I just think that would be really cool if they did that, like an older Elvis, and put him in give him the rings and stuff like that. I don't know. That would just be awesome. But anyway, I could babble on and on for days. This review's been pretty incoherent already because, hey, I'm just happy I got this. It looks awesome. And check out Just Cause, because it's a good movie. But anyway, thank you for watching, and until next time, tune in for more Foo Reviews. Come here, felzbug. Come here. Yeah, listen, if they make, Elvis one of the kings in Gangsters Kingdom, I guess they could always make Freddie Mercury one of the queens, I guess. I don't know. Come on, let's go.